Hey there guys, welcome back to Hursty Games and welcome to a video where I'm going to show you a couple of different trading methods that you can use to make yourself some coins early on in FIFA 23. Now this isn't necessarily like a one-off filter, this is a filter that you can fully adapt and use for different times. So if for example one of these filters either isn't working very well for you or a lot of people are using it at that time, you can go and find different ways to make the filter work for you just by tweaking a couple of the searches. If this video ends up helping you out, then please do let me know by leaving a like on the video. It helps me a whole bunch. Obviously, hit the sub button and turn notifications on to be told anytime that we upload a video. But for now, let's get into it. Just before we do, if you're feeling lazy, you can hear from today's video sponsor. Do you need some more coins for your FIFA Ultimate Team? Then look no further than U7Buy. They're the cheapest and most reliable place to get your FIFA Ultimate Team coins. And if you use code Hursty at checkout, you'll get yourself an extra discount. I want to say a massive thank you to U7Buy for sponsoring us. Don't forget that code Hursty. Now let's get back to the video. Okay, so we're gonna have a little look here and I'm gonna show you guys a couple of different methods. Some that I'm using, and again, the ones that you can like add some variety to and find methods that work for you. The main thing with these filters is this here needs to be set to gold. That's pretty important. Then the other things you're really going to change are the position and the league. So it's pretty versatile in what you can do. One that I found working quite well for me was going to the Ligue 1 and then going to French. Now, what I will say with these methods, these are super low budget. You're making minimal coins per card, but the more you do it, the more coins you make. So as an example, I was sat on 3,000 coins yesterday, and in doing this, I was able to get myself up to 7,500 coins pretty quickly, buy the preview pack I wanted with an inform, quick sell it, and then I was sat on 10,000 coins, and then from there, I was able to just keep doing it, keep recycling. As you can see, we're now set on some pretty comfy coins. So it takes time, but it is a method that will work out for you if you're patient with it. So bear in mind, this isn't like an amazing get rich quick on FIFA. This is a slow, low budget. I call it trickle trading. It's something I talk about a lot on streams and talk about a lot in other videos. But trickle trading for me is a huge method. I made millions of coins, literally millions of coins doing this last year. So back into this first part of this filter. So we're looking at gold, centre back, and from the Ligue 1. Set your price to 350 because that is the least you want to sell these cards for. You can see right now, 350, it's actually not working on that filter. So what I do is I go to a different league and see if it's working on that. It does take a little bit of patience. I've gone to all leagues, which you don't want to do because there will be a lot of leagues that don't sell. It does take a little bit of patience, and sometimes you're going to be sat there and see that actually that filter, for example, isn't working. So it doesn't look like the centre back filter across these leagues right now is the one. The Serie A might work. It could be that it takes a while for the cards to sell though, so I'm not going to home in on that. So what I'll do is I'll go to a different position. I'll look at centre mids. Again, you can see on the Serie A centre mid kind of working just a little bit. Ligue 1, prime example, 350 here, and they are all selling within 10 minutes. That's pretty helpful. 400 is always worth just checking to see if you can get those extra 50 coins. You can, but you could be waiting that little bit longer. So that's a decision that you would then have to make, whether you want to list them for 350 or for 400. What you then want to do is you want to put your max price and you want to flip the bid and the buy now, and you want to go through and just bid 300 on as many cards as you want to bid on. Now, one thing bearing in mind, don't go for too many of the exact same player. I tend to try not to have more than 5 of the same player, so I'm not affecting their market solely by myself. Because if I go and list up 5 of the same person, one after another, people will see on the market, well, there's a lot of those for that price, so I'll wait and get it for a bit cheaper, or, you know, or he's not worth buying, or whatever reason. So I try not to go for more than 5 of the same player if possible. Sometimes you kind of just lose count. Like it could be that I've bought Lise Millet like 5 times already because I've not been paying attention, but you're just going to go and put 300 coins bids on all of those, and obviously once you run out of coins, or you know, once you're happy with how many you're going for, you stop and you wait till you've won them. What I'll do is I'll find another couple of little filters, show you them if they work, and we'll go from there. So I'll show you if there's any others that work, and I'll show you who I'm picking up. Okay, so right now, the Premier League, you can see about 15 minutes and these guys are selling. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead, you want to set it to, again, 300. As a point of interest, you don't want to bid above 300 on these cards because personally, if you're going for 350, trying to sell them at 400, all it takes is a little bit of a weird spike in the market and all of a sudden these cards aren't selling. So it's definitely worth just sticking to 300 and not going above that. But again, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to bid on all of these guys. I'll get a whole bunch of them, and then once I have a good chunk, I'll list them up. Obviously, you guys know the process of listing the cards up. That's not overly exciting. But once I've won however many I've won and listed however many I've listed, we'll see how it goes, and you guys can see how the coins are and how long it took. So I'll see you in a sec. Okay, so you can see I'm winning 41. I've won 41. I was outbid on 3 cards. So out of all of those, I did manage to win pretty much all of them. And now all I'm going to do, there might be the odd one that you think, oh, Dukuri might go for a little bit more, and you're welcome to check that. You can list them for 400. It could be that they don't sell. Worst case scenario, you list them for 400, they don't sell, and you have to relist them. I'm also really sorry. The sun just appeared out of nowhere, and I got really bright then. Apologies. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through, and I'm going to list all of these at 350. It's really, really simple. And like I say, trickle trading, you could be sat there thinking, you're making like 30 coins a card. Yes, I am making about 37 coins a card, I believe. But 37 coins per card. For every card that, every 10 cards that I get, that's 300 coins. It doesn't sound like loads, but that's a whole extra player. Like, it sounds so minimal. But for every 10 cards, it's 350 coins, roughly, right? 370, I think, if we're being precise and exact. And you can see, obviously, I won 40 cards. So I've just made just short of 1,500 coins. And that 1,500 coins really did not take me long to make. Like, realistically, it's super simple. It was zero thought process. I was sat here chilling, chatting to you guys, waffling away, explaining the situation. And all I'm going to do while I wait for these cards to sell, because again, they're not going to sell immediately. They will take, as you saw, like 10 or 15 minutes. That's about the time it takes to play a game. So what I would do is I'm then going to go and play a game of Div Rivals, because obviously we've got Div Rivals rewards coming out on Thursday. I'd like to be up a couple of divisions, because obviously I've literally played 2 games of Div Rivals this week. So I would like to try and be a couple of games up, couple of divisions up, and I can do that while waiting for these cards to sell. So instead of just playing the matches and making the coins that I get for match coins, I'm also going to make, like, again, just short of 1,500 coins pretty much per game. It's like having a coin boost on every single game. That's the way of looking at it. Think about when you get the 1,500 coins per game. You're going to get that plus the coins you get for the match. So it's pretty helpful. And you can also see, obviously, some of these are already selling. So it's not that all of them are sold. It could be that the odd ones sell very quickly. And it could be that maybe some of those, like this guy at Santa Marina, I could have listed at 400 and he'd have gone within 10 or 15 minutes. But at the end of the day, as long as you're making the consistent coins, I'm happy with that. Again, 1,500 coins in the space of, what, 5 minutes plus them selling. It's a no-brainer. So it literally is as simple as gold. Pick a position, and again, sometimes certain positions will work better than others. Like, for example, winger positions in some leagues are very, very few and far between. In the Santander, there's a few, but if you go to, like, the Bundesliga, for example, and you go to right winger, you literally have, I believe, it's like Hudson-Odoi and then Griffo, I think, are the only choices. So there's really not many options. So some ones like these, for example, you can see these are right mids that have been converted. What you could do is you could set your filter to, like, 1.1, and hope to try and snipe some at 1.4 or so. For some reason, it's being a little bit slow with the old search in the market right now. My internet could be having a problem. But realistically, that is another option. But the trickle trade version of it is you just pick a position that players are selling for 350 coins before the hour runs out. Again, I try and find it to be about 15-20 minutes maximum, because that is roughly the length of a game. Centre mids, centre backs tend to be the ones that I find. Sometimes you find wingers, sometimes you find fullback sell. It really does depend. And when we get new SBCs, this will alter a little bit. We'll have a few times where it's like, actually, you need to have left and right backs for this team, for this SBC and for chemistry, or you need a central attacker midfielder, and all of a sudden those players go up. And it could be that nations sometimes be more effective than leagues, because you need to have a specific amount of nations instead of a specific amount of leagues, or whatever. That's the way to think about it. It's super simple, and it will make you coins. As I say, I literally made like 20,000-30,000 coins yesterday doing this while playing like a couple of games. I realized, actually, these sell by the time I finish the match. I can make all of those coins and get games done at the same time. Double whammy. You love to see it. But if you have found this helpful, then please do leave a like. Honestly, it supports me a whole bunch. I'm doing my best to try and find these methods and share them with you. At some point soon, when it's a little bit more viable, I will run through bronze pack method with you guys, show you guys about BPM, how it works, best ways to do it, the best times to do it, all those kind of things. And if I find other trading methods, of course, I will share them with you. Of course, I'll tell you guys what it is I'm doing to make coins, because that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you guys. That's what I want to do. But again, if you've watched this and enjoyed it, leave a like. Helps me a whole bunch. Thank you so much. If you want to watch it on our live streams, we live stream on Twitch and TikTok. Links to both are down below. As other channel sponsors, make sure you go check those out. And thank you so much for the support. But that's it for me. Thank you for watching. I've been Tom. You guys have been awesome. And I'll see you soon. Look after yourselves. And of course, wash your hands.
His name is Hursty. Slap bald head, yeah, it'll probably hurt me. Bang top bins, it'll probably hurt you. Ginger, streamer, platform, YouTube. Drop a name in the chat or say hello. Entertain, yeah, you already know. Capital H, yeah, I'm a read it slow. Hursty games, yeah, you already know.